What is merino wool? Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm CJ with Textile Apparel, and this channel is about helping you live better with natural goods made with integrity. Today, let's talk about merino wool. What is it, and what are the pros and the cons? Let's get started. Merino wool. If we go right back to basics, merino wool is basically fancy sheep hair. And sheep hair is made primarily of keratin. That's the same stuff our human hair is made from, but it also has a little bit of calcium and sodium and lanolin or fats in it. It also has little scales on it, as well as a bit of a crimp, which allows for tiny, tiny air pockets between the fibers to form. And that creates a thermal barrier, making merino wool both lightweight and warm. Now that we know what merino wool is, where did it come from? Well, the term merino wool has been a popular part of marketing wool clothing for the past, 15 or 20 years. Merino wool is not new. Now, I mean centuries older than polyester and at least 20 generations before nylon was even thought of. We're talking medieval times here.
Yes, I see.
The earliest documentation about merino wool dating back to the 1400s. Now, in those early years, merino wool came from a breed of sheep non-ironically called merino that was bred and raised in Spain. Now, the Spanish loved their merino so much that it was illegal to export one until the 18th century. Illegal as in punishable by death. Now, if that's not love, I don't know what is. Once merino sheep could be exported, they bowed their way to Sweden and France, the Netherlands, the United States, as well as Australia, New Zealand, and of course, South Africa. Now, today, wool that is considered merino wool comes from at least 9 different breeds of sheep who are descendant from the original merino sheep from the medieval Spain. Now, these days, the top 3 countries producing merino wool are China, Australia, and New Zealand. And while merino wool has been around for centuries, it's still the new kid on the block in terms of wool production. Traditional wool has been around for thousands of years. So, what makes merino so special and popular today, more than 600 years later? Well, to be honest, there have been waves of merino wool popularity in the past, including the Great Merino craze of 1809 to 1811 in the United States. Yeah, that actually happened. Now, its popularity has absolutely exploded in the 21st century because it offers an incredible combination of features. Now, first, when used for clothing, the finest hairs from a merino sheep are used. They're only 18 microns in diameter. That's about 1/5 of the thickness of a sheet of regular office paper, and regular wool from other sheep comes in at nearly double that thickness. But merino wool also has some cool traits that paper doesn't. It's warm. And it's cool. If a sheep can wear it like this in Spain, it has to be breathable. Now, those same little air pockets that can keep you warm can also keep you cool. Next was one of my favorite benefits of merino wool, and that is it repels odors. Now, we've all gone for a run or a workout in a synthetic t-shirt only to be repulsed by our own smell an hour later, or maybe we've delivered a presentation in a synthetic shirt at work and you end up distracted by the waves of stink emanating from your shirt. Merino keeps its cool here because it actually absorbs some of your sweat and releases it as water vapor, while the fats and the lanolin in the wool are slippery to the bacteria that cause body odor, so they don't stick to the wool. You end up drier and smelling reasonably fresh after that workout or giving that presentation. Next, merino has a natural stretch due to the crimped shape of the hairs that also makes it less prone to wrinkling, which keeps you looking great. Another benefit of merino wool is its resistance to UV light. The average merino wool garment has a UPF rating of more than 50 plus. That is higher than cotton, polyester, linen, nylon, and more. Now, after all, you never see a sheep putting on sunscreen in that hot Australian sun. Unfortunately, merino isn't perfect. First off, some people feel that merino garments just aren't as soft as cotton or some synthetics. The problem here is generally not you, but the manufacturer of the garment selling a product that's made from thicker, less expensive merino fibers. It's still technically merino, but it's not the best quality available. So I always encourage people to try on any merino wool garment before purchasing it and ensure that you're purchasing it from a reputable quality retailer. Next, merino wool is more expensive than most other fibers on the market, save for more traditionally luxurious products like cashmere. And I do believe that merino wool is great value if you can afford it, and it has some great tangible benefits over some other fibers. On the negative, merino wool also has a reputation for not being as durable as other fibers, aka it can get holes easily. This can be true, and you do need to take a little bit of extra care with your merino garments, particularly when laundering them. Always follow your care label, and keep in mind that merino wool can be laundered less frequently than cotton, and certainly less than that stinky polyester. Laundering merino wool frequently and with chemical detergents can also strip the fibers of some of their nutrients, such as that lanolin, making the fiber more brittle and making them feel less comfortable. Another way manufacturers work to improve the durability of merino is to blend it with other stronger fibers, such as nylon. But watch out for what I call merino marketing. This is a trend particularly at discount and warehouse stores that sell products using massive merino lettering on the packaging. Always check the label. Some of these products can be 20, 30, even just 10% merino. Don't buy these. They come with a higher price point than having no merino, but are unlikely to give you the performance benefits of a merino product. Personally, I wouldn't purchase a merino product that was less than 60% merino wool. And if you are, it's unlikely to be a worthwhile purchase. So, let's review. Merino wool has been documented to have been around for about 600 or so years. Its fibers are finer and more crimped than traditional wool, resulting in softness, warmth, breathability, odor resistance, and excellent UV protection. If you take good care of your merino wool garments, they will take great care of you. Again, I'm CJ with Textile Apparel. Stay tuned for more content to help you live better with natural goods made with integrity. See you next time.